Hey guys, Matt Bishop here. We are on the tour bus in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Xfinity Live. Free show tonight. I'm hanging out with the bros from Lit. What's going on, guys?
Brother.
I'm good, man, but I want to start right off talking about, you guys were on the Summerland tour. It's freaking cold out there, man. I don't care what anybody says.
Tonight.
Oh, it's October, it's nice. It's cold out, so we got to keep the warm vibes going. How was the Summerland tour?
Summerland was quite the opposite. You know, we went through a lot of like 100 plus, 150 degree weather. It was a great tour, man. It was a lot of fun. We knew it would be, but it ended up being even fun, more fun than we expected. Bunch of cool guys, great venues, met a lot of great people. A lot of old school fans came out, but a lot of new ones, and
yeah, it was
people
cool.
people that were maybe a little too young to come out the first round and were able to come out and.
What is that like for you guys? Kind of, seeing maybe not specifically familiar faces, but you see the crowd that was there, back when you guys first started out, and now you see there's all these younger kids in the crowd now.
Mm-hmm.
What's that feeling like? Like, okay, we're reaching people still,
It feels great. I mean, especially busting out a bunch of new songs and kind of hearing them. People that have already got the record, the song's catching on, and you see people singing the words, and just great, getting good, really great reaction. And then we always like to hang out afterwards and talk to fans, and got to run into a lot of people we haven't seen in quite a few years, and then it's kind of cool to talk to the kids, that never seen us before, and had no idea that the Lit rock show was anything like what it is. You hear a song on the radio, you don't get the idea really until you come see a band play.
You touched on it a little bit, the new record's out, playing the new songs. A View from the Bottom. Grab a copy if you haven't already. I'm serious.
Check that shit out.
What has it been like for you guys to be, back, not just, touring and stuff, but with, a new record, new cycle, beginning again? What has that been like for you guys?
Well, it feels good. We've been gone a long time. We've been through a lot of things, and this is what we've always wanted to do. I mean, ever since I knew AJ, the reason why I know AJ and Jeremy and everybody is because of music and our love for music and stuff. So, and we were going so strong for so long, and then we had some hiccups, some life hiccups, so to speak, and so we definitely had to take some time off. I mean, we kept playing shows sporadically, but not really touring or anything, and so to be back on the road and having tour after tour, it feels good, to be honest with you. I mean, we love doing this and playing every night, so we're blessed to have that.
And after all these years playing virtually the same set list, give or take, throwing songs around in the set list, but now to have almost half new songs is, for us as a band, just like we love playing all our songs, but to have new stuff is like, it's a new fire. Gives us a kick in the ass when we get out there, and but this band feels like we've got an energy that we've never had. I don't know if it's just having gone through what we have gone through, some of the experiences, and just growing as people and musicians and songwriters. We get out there, and now we know what we're getting into. We didn't necessarily know the first time around, and it was like this whole new ride, a new adventure. And the fact that we're still excited to get out there and do it after seeing some of the shitty sides of the business and the pluses, and we've ridden them all out, and we've all made the choice to keep doing it. It's worth it, and being on stage and feeling the energy from the crowd is number one, man. That's seriously what keeps bands, I think, going. In a time where you talk to any band, and they're all gonna say the same thing. The music business is fucked up. I mean, right now it is in shambles. No one knows what the fuck's going on with it. Can we cuss on live TV?
Oh yeah.
But that being said, you won't hear any of those guys complain about playing a rock show. It's like, yeah.
So many times I feel, music reflects life and vice versa, and people relate to music and lyrics to things that they've gone through in their life. You guys mentioned been through a lot, couple of life hiccups, as we said. Has writing all this new music and getting back on the road, has it been kind of like therapy in a way? Does that make any sense? Has it been kind of, a way to, get that release, or have things make more sense by writing it down, writing a tune?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, it's extremely therapeutic. And our songs have never really been that way. I mean, I guess you listen to our older records and we touch on some serious topics, just barely. But this time around, I think we really dug in to some personal issues, and that was therapy. And now to get on a stage and play these songs, like, you know, a good example is the other night, it wasn't in our set list, but we have this song called, you know, Here's to Us, that was written before our drummer Al got sick, and just so happened that lyrically it just made perfect sense with what was going on. But that was kind of a detour. But the other night, these guys just kind of threw a loop in the set list and started playing that song, and I wasn't really prepared. We haven't been doing it on the tour, and you know, like get about first verse through, I got choked up and I couldn't really get the words out. And that's just kind of like, I guess when you prepared for something and you go in and do it and you're kind of, you know, you're mentally prepared for it. It was that moment that I realized, wow, you know, this is something that really struck a chord with us.
But I think that's one of the beautiful things about rock and roll. You know, bands can go up and they can go through their set list, you know, bing bang boom, we're done, hit the bus, and you know, we go, and it's great. But then there's things like that. You guys might say, oh man, you know, I couldn't get through the song, it was tough. But as a fan, everybody out in that audience was like, this is great. He's a human being. Yeah, he's a rock star, but he's a guy just like I am, you know?
Right.
And I think that's one of the great things that connects fans to bands and vice versa.
Yeah, no, that's one of the things about our single right now is a song called The Broken, and that's one of the things I feel like we weren't sure, you know, going into this what the single was going to be, and we kind of like juggled a couple ideas of what we thought, you know, might be the single. And it wasn't until we started playing on the road and watching the fans' reaction and hearing what they had to think, you know, what they had to say about these songs. And The Broken definitely is one of those things. We're vulnerable people just like everybody else, and we've gone through some crazy shit. And we wrote that song about, you know, when you know if you feel broken down. I mean, there's only one way to go, and that's build back up. And it's all about unity and being there for each other, and having go through tough times. It actually makes you the strongest person you could, you know, possibly be. You have to really dig deep and find what you're all about, and find the strength, and you end up coming out the other side a lot stronger of a person. So that's what that song's all about.
Where are you guys headed next? We're at a fall tour now. You guys got some stuff coming down the pike though. Where are we headed going towards Christmas and into the new year?
After this tour, we just have some one-offs right now, but we are working on another tour for the beginning of next year. We're probably going to go over to Europe and finally get back over there. So
one more little adventure before the holidays, and that's the Shiprock thing.
Nice.
That's a 4-day cruise with a bunch of cool rock bands, and then we'll be home in time for Thanksgiving and Christmas and get back to work.
Yeah.
Always back to work, right? But that's not a bad thing though.
No, it's what we got to do.
We dig it.
And we have a job that we love doing. So aside from being away from family, which sucks, you know, thank God for FaceTime and things like that now.
Yeah.
But
absolutely,
I mean, we love being on stage, man, and that's keeps us going, man.
Well, we love that you guys are back in the game, in the fold once again.
Cool, thanks, man.
Dude, I remember that record, My Own Worst Enemy. I played that song I had to get a new CD. Got all scratched up.
Nice.
2 copies.
Nice.
Awesome.
Guys, thank you so much for joining me.
Man.
I really appreciate you taking the time.
Likewise.
Lit, ladies and gentlemen, they are back. New album of You From the Bottom is out now. Call your local radio stations and request.
Yeah.
There it is.
Got it.
Request The Broken. The single is out now. Download it, buy it, whatever you got to do. And Shiprocked European tour dates. They're back and they're not going anywhere. It's awesome. Crank it up.